Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with The Dangers in My Heart Season 2 Episode number 3 reaction. Okay, today I will keep the discussion section a little bit short because I'm in a little bit hurry and yeah, I just wanted to mention that at the beginning. So, the previous episode we got to see Ichikawa go to Yamada's place and they kind of talked about a few things and Yamada like shares about her fear of letting other people down and how her parents obviously loves her for what she does, but she's afraid of the fact that they're so loving makes her even more afraid that she's disappointing them. And obviously at which Ichikawa hugs her, which is obviously a big development because if this was the season 1 Ichikawa, he never would have done that. And yeah, they have some more conversation and it was a nice little, like a thing. And the second half was basically them in the uh, gymnasium, I'm guessing, like doing like they had to wear like a dress and it smelled. And and Ichikawa realized that his voice is changing, at which Yamada was very like excited, and Ichikawa realized that up until now all the changes that he has gone through, which he thought was not good, Ichikawa showed the better part of that and showed him how to look at it in a positive light, and how she's basically helping him grow up with a more positive mindset. Okay, so let us see what happens in today's episode. Episode 3. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let us get started. Alright, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah? Plan? Oh yeah, she loves eating. So she's very excited. She's very excited to get chocolates. Bruh. Um, King of snacks. Well, oh, okay. Oh, wait. Is she going to invite him? Yeah, that's interesting. I wasn't expect. I guess. Oh, that is why she said like at my place. Okay, here he is. He just came here a few days ago, and now I was gonna say, but Yamada probably just wants to spend time with him. Wait, didn't she? Oh no, did did she actually not invite him, and he just misunderstood? Wait, 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 wait. No, I'm sure she invited him. I think her friends doesn't know. Oh yeah, she did invite him, but the girls. No, no, the girls didn't realize. Bruh. Yeah, she invited him. The girls didn't realize. Moeka realized, I'm guessing, but the other two, bruh. Yeah. Oh my, she's eating the chocolate before them. Yeah. Well, they kind of met before in the parent teacher. No, there she is. Oh no. Wait, don't she doesn't she recognize him? Does she not recognize him? Didn't they see each other? I cannot remember. Yeah. Oh my god. Um Bruh. This is, yeah, so awkward. But yeah. Uh, right. Yeah, well. It's growing up. Oh god. Yeah. Wait. You said chocolate, the king of sweet snacks. That's how she looked to her. A titan. What the? Yeah, that's what she's doing. Wait, what? 8 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Bruh. Okay, let's keep doing our job. Oh, she got the most points. Okay. Um. Yeah. Not necessarily so. Oh no. What? Oh. Oh God. Yeah. What's happening? She just doesn't care. She just doesn't care. Yeah, what is happening? Okay, what? Oh boy. I'm going to toilet. Oh no. Hey yo, he's back. Yo. You know what? He's correct, actually. Yeah. What the? This, like, his imaginary self is so ridiculous, but at the same time, he does give him sound advice. He's leaving. Oh, there you go. Yep. Hmm. Oh. Okay, I think I was misremembering. So he never met her. I thought that they met during the parent teacher. Oh, she only talked to her mother, his mother. Okay, okay. Oh my god. Mm. Well, he was in the spot then. Yeah. I guess he never realized that Yamada talked about him to his mother, her mother. Oh my god. There you go. Oh, is this the dad? I think so, yep. Oh my god. Hey yo, what the hell? Why is your eyes red? What is that thing? Oh my god, he is tall. What? Yeah. Oh, I was thinking who he reminds me of. He reminds me of Toji from Jujutsu Kaisen. Bruh. That's her dad. Yeah, she's like, what? Oh, really? Well, look at Yamada. Yeah. I'm sure he does. Or maybe not, I don't know. Hey! Oh my god. Um. Yeah. Oh, bruh. Oh no. It's like, yes. There you go. That's why. What? Wait. They're playing Street Fighter or something? But her face. He's a gamer. You know? Oh my god. But and now he looks like Aaron. What the hell is wrong with this guy? First he looks like Toji, now he looks like Aaron. What? Okay, she's behind the curtain? Oh no. Oh, what is that? Chocolate. Okay, here's the thing. She's giving this today, so on the actual day, I'm guessing she's going to give a proper one. However, he's going to misunderstand and think like, oh, I already got one, or something like that. Okay. She made him taste for her so that she can make a proper one based on his taste. Okay, why did this girl scream at the middle of the? Oh my god! How? Wow, she is pretty. She was observing him. I. Yeah. Oh, that is why. Ah, that is why she screamed. Okay. Yeah. She wanted to go probably. She's like, what the hell? Yeah. She was. Oh no. Pretty scared. Hmm. Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh my god. She wanted on his friend coat. Yeah, she always talked about him to her. That's why she said something like that. Wait, what? Oh, so he didn't realize that it's. Okay, that is funny. You didn't realize. What the powerful one, triple lemon. That. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, that is true. True. That is also true. Hmm. Hmm. That's what he is thinking about. But okay. Yeah. For now he's not ready, but he wants to be ready. I want to be. There you go. Both are like what? Mm, yeah. Oh, there you go. He just right. Mm. Yamadanmi. Okay. Right. That was a really nice episode. All right. That is it. Okay, that was today's episode. Now, I really like how this show actually like what can I say? Like you can see that the characters are changing literally in front of your eyes. and it hasn't really been that much time. This is barely the second season. Not that many episodes have passed, but the progression is pretty significant. You can see it. Like, we've seen Ichikawa up until now. Obviously, he is the type of person who would rather not take the step than getting hurt by it. That is like his way of thinking. Like, oh, if I don't even take a step, I'll never get hurt by it if I ultimately don't get it. That is his way of thinking. And you can see it in today's episode. He actually was able to go against that, and he was able to take that step without fearing for, like, I wouldn't call it without fearing for the future. Yeah, he definitely has the fear for the future, but he did take a step with that fear of the future, because that is when, like, I guess you can, that is what you can call like growth or development, when you know how to, like, gather the courage to take a step for something that might not uh, get a, like, like a good conclusion. And yeah, now he finally did it. Like, in the ending scene, you see where he, obviously, all the time we've seen, he always thinks something in his head and he never expresses it. And we see at the beginning as well, when Moeka like introduced him as her, like, like her the person, like, like the person she's with. He again hesitated. Like, he didn't know what to say. He didn't know, he was afraid of taking that step in, like, saying that, oh no, we're just friends, and like, I'm just here to hang out, that kind of thing. But finally, in the end, you see, when Yamada was like, oh, like, what should I do about the, like, obligatory chocolates to the other people, and he was able to say what he had in his head, which is, oh, if you don't want to give, don't give. I would prefer that as well. That's what he said in the end, and Yamada was like, okay, that's all. Like, that's all it needs, like, that little extra courage to take that step sometimes. And maybe you'll just realize that, oh, it wasn't really that much of a big deal. I was making a big fuss about it. All I had to do was just take that step, and that is it. That's all we needed, that little courage. um and yeah, that was what we saw here in today's episode. Ichikawa, I guess you could say, breaking out of that whole thing, that fear, that, oh, if I don't get it, what should, well, like, I'd be disappointed, so let me not take that step at all. And yeah, he was able to believe in his future. As you said, I have started wanting to believe in a better future, and that is why he made the effort to take that step so that that future can come true. And yeah, that was very, like, very well portrayed in this episode. And like I said, I feel like this show is able to, like, bring, like, I don't know, like, such a good change to the characters within these few episodes. Like, usually, like, rom-com shows like these, I've seen most of them. A lot of them are obviously funny, cute, and everything. However, one thing that a lot of these rom-coms, like, lack is this growth, I would say. Either one of the characters are extremely mature for their age, or they're just completely, like, some kind of a, like, oh, like, like a great character. Like, for example, I don't know, like maybe, like, the girl is, like, like a very mature, a very, like, like, um what's that word, someone who understands everything and is, like, one of the most understanding, like, like, one of the most matured person you've ever seen. Even, like, adults lack that amount of maturity, that kind of character, while she's literally probably like 15 years old. And the guy is, like, literally the opposite. It's usually these contrasts they kind of do. And it's funny because this show started like that, when you, or didn't start like that, or it gave the illusion of that at the beginning, where you see Yamada and Ichikawa, and then as you see, little by little, you realize that is not the case at all. Both the characters here have their own trouble that they're going through, and they actually act their own age. That is what I'm trying to say, acting their own age. Because, like, so many rom-coms I've seen, like, has these unrealistic characters. Again, like I said, I'm not really saying that that's bad. It's fun, obviously. You see these shows and you like it. There's just, but I love how, like, this show doesn't have that unrealistic characters. Like, like, these characters are like 13 or 14, and they actually act their age. They have troubles that they're going through, and they think about stuff, and they are getting emotionally mature. While again, I've seen other shows as well where 13, 14-year-old kids are more emotionally mature than like some full grown adults. And it's always just like, what the hell? How? That kind of thing. But yeah, this show brings that illusion that it's kind of like that at the beginning, where you see Yamada as that successful girl while Ichikawa being that loner. But then you realize both have their own trouble and both actually act their own age. Each have their own trouble that they're struggling with, and each has something to give the other person. And both of them are growing from that. So yeah, I just love that aspect of this show, and it always like it always surprises me about the different, like the the way the show is progressing. It always surprises me because like it kind of breaks the typical trope of which rom-coms go, like typical drama and tropes. Like it always breaks it. For example, today's episode, he when he was trying to leave, you know he he said that, and he could have just left and not come back at all. And then later on, maybe like Yamada and Ichikawa could have met and like talked about that whole situation. But he came back again. I've seen this before as well. Like that one scene really in season one really, I guess you could say, impressed me, where Ichikawa was trying to avoid Yamada, and like because he was like thinking that Yamada's using him to like get out of that whole situation with that pick me up senpai. That is why she's being friendly with him. That's what he thought, and he tried to avoid her. And that scene really impressed me because usually in those type of situations, what happens is that like the guy goes on his own way. The girl just stops and keeps staring at him, and it takes one or two episodes, or at least one episode, for them to like patch up and rekindle their relationship again. It takes a little while for the character to understand, and that is how it goes. However, in that episode, I remember Yamada completely like defying all odds and all breaking all the tropes of animes, and completely going and standing in front of him and saying like, "What is wrong with you? Tell me. If you don't tell me, I won't understand." Now, that one scene really impressed me, and I was like, "Yeah, this is like a very different type of a show." It like the characters are like obviously like each have their own, what can I say, like each have their own strengths. For example, like I said, Ichikawa doesn't have the strength to properly convey his thing and like be persistent. He's always trying to like hide away back into his shell, while Yamada is completely the opposite. And even in these type of situations, each act the way they usually act. Because like I said, if this was some other show, they never would have talked about that, and it would have taken at least one episode. But this show, since Yamada is always the type of person who wants to know what's going on, and who's like obviously in this type of situation, she was concerned that like something is happening and she's not understanding why was Ichikawa mad. That is why she went there and she took her like took the step on her own, because Ichikawa would have never been able to take that step, at least at that point of time. So she herself took it on her to take that step to clear the misunderstanding. And yeah, I really love that scene. I'll never forget that scene, because that one scene broke all the tropes of typical rom-com shows and the way the typical rom-com shows bring in drama into the show. You know, it broke that, and I really like that. And honestly speaking, I feel like this show doesn't have any type of drama. It's actually like so refreshing to see a rom-com show without any drama, I would say, like without the unnecessary misunderstandings and just like stuff. It's really refreshing, where people actually like they actually, I don't know, like there's no such thing like unnecessary, like like stuff like that. Like I wouldn't call it drama unnecessary, but at the same time sometimes it gets a little bit stale. So seeing the character's progress is a great joy. And yeah, anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about today, how Ichikawa changed today. Basically, like we've been seeing him change, the gradual process of him changing. However, today he was able to take that step and change in a proper way. And yeah, there you go, that one little step is all that he needed, and he was able to take it today. Another thing I really love about like liked about this episode is how his alter ego, or whatever the hell that is, he comes in and all the time he's like in such ridiculous situations, like, on top of the wall or something like Spider-Man, but he gives like really sound advice. And that's very interesting because at the end of the day, that's him, or his inner conscience, or whatever you call it, his inner self talking to him. So you can see he has the emotional maturity to properly understand what's happening and what to do. However, what he lacks is the courage, you know. And most of the time, his inner self, which I guess you could say his, like maturity, or his inner mature self, or his conscience, whatever you call it, in these type of situation, he comes out and he tells him that, what the hell are you doing? And like, that's what it is. He lacks the courage. That is what he needs, and he was able to bring that courage out today. Anyways, like I said, I'm going to keep this short today. Okay, I'm just going to quickly talk about this whole episode. Firstly, Yamada like invites him to come to their place with her friends, and I love that part when he comes and he's standing, and these two girls are like, "Oh, why are you here? Are you here? Like, like, what are you doing here?" And he realizes, wait a minute, was I actually not invited? And I was also like, oh no, I also got a shock here. I was like, wait a minute, was he actually not invited? But then I realized, like, no, obviously not. Yamada actually looked at him and told him. So it's probably that Yamada invited him and Moeko knew about it as well. However, these two girls, they have not that much clue, that how good friends Ichikawa and Yamada is. So they didn't realize that's what happened. And that is why, like, they didn't know. But I love that part where he was like, wait, was I not invited? And he's like cringing inside. He's like, oh no. And then he's like, yeah, like, why would I even be invited? Like, and it makes no sense. But then Moeko sees him and drags him back. Right. And then obviously in the, okay, here like I said, I kind of misremembered. I forgot that he actually never met Yamada's mom. His mother met her. I forgot about that. So obviously this is the first time Yamada's mom. Okay, you know what? Why am I calling her Yamada's mom? Anna's mom. Yamada is their last name. Both of them are Yamada. I think so. Anna's mom. So Anna's mom, like, sees them, and at first she was like, "Wait, a guy?" And to take care of the situation, Moeko's like, "Oh, he's with me," like that kind of thing. Obviously, Anna wasn't happy about that. But at that time, obviously, Ichikawa was like, if I deny it, she'll probably not allow me in. And he was afraid of that, of an awkward situation, so he played along with it. But obviously Anna wasn't happy about that, and that whole section happened. And this is where we see, like, Ichikawa, when Ichikawa was alone, yeah, Anna comes in and she's like, "You having fun?" With that, staring him down. He goes to the toilet, and that's where his inner self comes out, and he's like, yeah, you know what are you doing? You should clear this misunderstanding just in case for the future. And this is where we see where his inner self, you can literally see, again, we have to remember these two characters are the same. That inner self is basically him, so he knows what he has to do, but he lacks the courage for doing it. So his inner self, which knows what to do, he tells him that, you know what, you have to do it. Otherwise, in the future, what are you going to say? It's going to be a very awkward situation in the future if your relationship with Anna, proceeds forward. However, he's like, will that ever happen? I doubt that is going to ever happen. And that was obviously his, like, afraid, his inner, the cowardice in him talking, where he was afraid of the fact that he, like, this is never going to go somewhere in a positive direction. But then before leaving, obviously he was like, you know what, maybe I should take that step and just see, what happens. Maybe I should hope for a future like that instead of always being pessimistic about the situation. Let me just believe for once in me and the whole situation and in Anna. And he quickly is like, oh, I was lying, she's not really, with me. I'm sorry for lying. And she leaves. You know what? That was the best way he could have done that, obviously. He got his point across, obviously. And I'm guessing Anna's mom immediately realized what's happening. And she was like, wait, is this the guy who you talk about? He was just behind the door, so Anna opens the door and he just trips, Anyways, and yeah, like realizing the whole situation, I like how Anna's mom basically, after realizing what's happening, she was like, "Alright, you know what? I need to make this situation okay." Because I'm sure she realized how awkward that situation was. Because, like she has heard enough about Ichikawa from Anna. Like, as she has heard enough about him, she knows that he is a nice person. So, like she probably, that's why she tried to salvage the situation. She came out and she's like, "Oh, is your name Ichikawa by chance? Yeah, my daughter talks about you all the time." And and he's like, "Yeah, come on in." There you go. And she also talked to his mother, if you remember. So she's well, like, she knows pretty much what type of person he is. So she's like, "Yeah, come in," and there you go. That's that. um and then we meet the dad was just there. So he's a chef, I'm guessing that's what they said. And that's why she was so concerned about the girls, like, cooking. So he came to probably give them pointers. And he's so tall and his hair is like all over the place, so they're like afraid of him. And yeah, this is what I said. At first, he reminded me of Toji from Jujutsu Kaisen, and then when he like put the hair down, I'm like, oh, he looks like Eren from Attack on Titan. Oh my god. Anyways, so right after that, you can see his dad have a keen interest in Ichikawa. Now, obviously, like, I guess I like, like they were thinking that or Ichikawa was thinking that he's mad at him or something, but he just wanted to play video games with him because nobody really plays games in this household, and he's an avid gamer. And I guess the fact that he was so comfortable with Ichikawa was because, again, Anna talked a lot about him, and I'm sure her dad also heard about him and knows a lot about him from what Anna speaks. You know, so he wasn't really that concerned about Anna and Ichikawa, and he just wanted to play games with him. And he's like, "Oh, let's play some video games," and they play like some games. And when he took his hair up, everyone's like, "Oh my god, who is this person?" Oh boy. And then everyone became more comfortable with him. Anyways, later on, Ichikawa, like Anna gives Ichikawa like a chocolate, and obviously it's obligatory chocolate. Now here's the thing. This is what I think is going to happen. She gave him the obligatory chocolate, and he ate it for a chocolate that she's probably going to give him later on. You know, like, as she said, she probably was like interested in his opinion, whether she liked it or he liked it or not. And when he was like, "Oh, it seems a bit too sweet," you know and then he was like, "Yeah, but it's just my taste." And she was like, "Yeah, I know, because that's what she wanted to know, so that she can probably make a better one later on and give it on the actual day." Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like Ichikawa might misunderstand, and Ichikawa might think that, "Oh, I have already gotten one," but then on the actual day he's going to get the proper one. I think. I don't know, maybe not, but we'll see. um Right. Anyways, oh, there was that one section I forgot where this girl, I forgot her name, she yelled. At first, I was like, why did she yell? And then later on, when they go back home, we get to know she yelled because she realized the whole situation and realized the fact that Mohiko's just having fun, kind of teasing him and Anna. And while Anna was getting bothered by it. So that is why she, like, banged at the table and she was like, oh, this is not right, you know. And yeah, that is why. Which I guess it makes sense. Right. Anyways, and later on, he talks to Anna in the phone, and Anna was like, "Oh, I talked to my parents about you," and so basically, what they had to say is that it's Anna's dad just wants him to come back so that he can play video games with him. While Anna's mom was like, "Oh, she was just like you told he was, like just like I thought." Because it makes sense. I'm sure she spoke a lot about him, as her mom said. So she basically knows him from Anna, from the way Anna spoke about him. So that is why she was like, "Yeah, just like I expected. You've told me a lot about him. That's why I expected that." Right. Anyways, later on, Ichikawa comes and talks to his sister, and his sister was again says the same thing to him. She was like, "Why don't you, like, just ask her out?" And he then says, like, "I'm afraid, like, I'm afraid of the future, which might not come true. I'm afraid of taking that step, so that later, if I get disappointed, I'm just going to be sad." Um, and obviously Ichikawa's sister says a good thing. She says like, okay, obviously you can take your time. It is, you're just in junior high. I think that's what he says. She says, yeah, you have time. However, you know, she says that people's feelings change. You know, if you take too long, maybe, you know, like you'll change your feelings or something, or maybe it'll be too late. Or also another thing I would like to say here, that, you know, like, I guess in this age, you know, like, if they get together, obviously they'll have a lot more time to experience their youth, I guess you could say, you know, like spend time together and everything, you know, in school especially. So that's also another plus point for this whole thing. However, Ichikawa, you know, Ichikawa was like, oh no, my feelings will never change for her. I'm 100% sure about that. Um, which obviously Ichikawa's sister was very surprised listening to him say something like that. She's like, oh, are you drunk or something? Oh boy. But anyways, there you go. The positive thing about this whole thing was basically him admitting the fact that he actually wants to be with her. And later on, the next day, when Anna was like, "Oh, what do I do about the chocolates?" He finally was able to take that step and speak his mind, and he was like, "You know what? You shouldn't. You shouldn't give it." And she was like, "Yeah, okay, there you go." And that's, like I said, that's all it took: a little courage and a little step. And that is where it ended. Great episode. And yeah, I loved it. Obviously, every single episode of this show is absolutely amazing, and I am blown away by the character growth that this show is giving for all the characters. It's just, it's such a, I don't know, it's such a joy to see the characters actually grow and progress without taking it 5 seasons for that to happen. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 3 of The Dangers in My Heart, season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.